is the co-founder and managing director of Outsized, and they connect freelancers, or skilled freelancers, I should say, with companies looking for them. And he's joining me now, and you're the one that's in Singapore. Is that right, Anurag?
That's correct. I'm currently in Singapore. Yeah.
Anurag Bhalla, welcome to the show. So it says on your company website, skilled talent. What kind of industries are we talking about, and which industries do you supply for?
Yeah, no, thank you very much for having me on. So the two key industries we support are financial services. So essentially all aspects of the financial services industry, so across banking and insurance. And then we also do a huge amount of work with the management consulting industry as well. So those are the two key industries we focus on.
So are you in Singapore working on that's the Asian leg of this business? Like, is it a worldwide business right now?
Exactly. So the business is an Asia-Africa focused business. So from day one, we've always focused on growth markets within Asia-Africa. So we have offices in South Africa, Middle East and North Africa. We have an office here in Singapore, and then also an office in India. And so from those offices, we then support the region as a whole. So yeah, out of Singapore, my main focus is Southeast Asia. And then we have a director within the company that also looks after the Middle East and North Africa region.
So when you talk about freelancers, I mean, let's talk about this region. I mean, coming from the UK, for me, I know freelance, especially in my industry, it was very prominent, and a lot of people love doing that in the media. But here, you know, you need resident working visa. Is it easy to be a freelancer and get work here?
Yeah, it's a great question. So the markets are still less mature than you would when compared to, say, a UK, US, European market. However, what we've seen over the last few years is a huge acceleration of both the demand for flexible talent, so freelance talent, and specifically in the high quality, high value segment, as opposed to what's traditionally, in these parts of the world, traditionally freelancers were seen as sort of low value, low skilled, transactional skills. We've seen a real shift up in terms of the demand for high quality freelance talent, but then also the supply side. So historically and culturally, there are a lot of barriers across these markets around people becoming independent workers. You know, I think the goal was always to work for a big company, a big brand, and if you came home to your parents and said, I'm a freelancer, they'd be worried about, you know, is it secure? Is there a career?
Stability.
But that's significantly changed. So the fact that the demand is increased and the supply is increasing, what's happening is that the governments within the region are actually keen to support this market. And so you're getting an emergence of freelance visas, digital nomad visas, a lot more flexibility in filling the skills gaps within the region with this great sort of flexible talent, which is what the region needs to be able to execute in a quick way, in a flexible way.
What are the benefits for a company, though? I mean, are they saving money by, saying, getting someone on a contract freelance for 3-4 months, which they only need for that amount of time?
Yes, the main benefit is really agility. So if you look at the environments that large organizations are trying to execute and operate in at the moment, it's highly volatile and unpredictable. So as we've all seen, you know, a new competitor comes out tomorrow, suddenly your whole business is disrupted, right? Environmental crisis, financial crisis, health crisis, political crisis. So organizations are trying to adapt and pivot very quickly depending on the changing environment. And to do that, they need agile and flexible capabilities and talent. So their talent also needs to be able to be pivoted very quickly. And so what freelancers allow you to do is bring in the talent as and when you need it, and to change that talent mix within your organization very quickly to meet the demands of the market, your competitors, and also your customers.
So we're talking about skilled people. How do you vet these people that you work with as freelancers?
Yeah, so when we talk about the professional or the skills segment, a highly skilled segment, the first thing we focus on is we only work with individuals that are what we call full-time career freelancers. So these aren't people that are moonlighting or doing a side hustle alongside their day job. The second thing is that we always do deep human quality assurance as well as technology-driven quality assurance with everyone that joins our community. So, an individual within our business will actually speak and assess individuals who want to join our ecosystem. And also we have a really great technology onboarding journey where we're able to actually look at previous projects, previous work the individuals have done. They'll record videos, we're able to assess their ability to structure and communicate effectively. So it's a combination of human plus technology quality assurance. And then as individuals do projects through the platform, obviously they get, feedback and ratings from the organizations they work with. We also have built a community within the platform so individuals can recommend each other for projects based on the fact that they've worked with each other before.
That's cool.
There's multi-layers of the quality assurance that supports.
Okay. And I know personally people who lost their job during the pandemic and they had to leave, especially the UAE. How has that affected the amount of skilled talent? Is there a gap here in the MENA region in general?
There is indeed. So what we're seeing is that the big agenda at the moment within the region is digitalization. So really digital agendas across the board. So all organizations are pretty much looking for a very similar set of skills around transforming both how they operate, leveraging technology and digital, but also how they engage with customers and the sort of products and services and propositions they're offering customers. And a lot of it's around digital transformation, new age technology, using data. And so what we're seeing is a real skill shortage locally because one, these are new skills in demand. So this is new thinking, new work. And so a lot of organizations are looking to actually bring in talent from other markets where a lot of this work has been done previously. And where they can leverage that expertise and experience and bring it into the region to really be able to drive value locally. So a lot of our work is actually on bringing individuals who come in and work on long-term projects locally, 6 to 12-month projects as independent consultants and freelancers. And we're able to obviously, with all the support we're getting from local regulation change, actually navigate the sort of visa complexities that has previously existed.
So I know on your platform, which is outsized.com, if anyone out there is a freelancer looking for work in these industries, it's for companies or clients and freelancers. So if somebody was to register, what is the basic process, let's say, for a freelancer? They want to go on that platform.
Yeah, so a freelancer wants to go on the platform. They come to the site, they go to the freelancer section of the site and they can register and sign up. They'll go through a relatively simple and smooth onboarding journey. So it's sort of a 5-minute onboarding journey where they'll share some information about us. Then a member of our team will actually speak to them, understand which skills and which expertise they particularly have, and then we'll be able to then start matching them to projects. So the onboarding journey can be done, triggered fully online on our site, and then a member of our team will sort of support individuals through the process. And that's for the freelancer side of the business.
Okay. And this is for the areas of freelancers and management, consulting and financial services. Is that right?
Exactly right. And what you'll find is that there's a number of skills obviously quite specific to those sectors. And then you also have skills that I guess what you call agnostic to a particular sector. So if you take a digital marketeer, the digital marketeer isn't necessarily specifically aligned to a particular sector. Or a data scientist, or a UI UX designer. So there are some skills that you have, that people have that can be applied across sectors, and we're obviously keen to have all of those people on our platform. And then there's some specific skill segments that exist within financial services and consulting, obviously, and people with backgrounds in financial services and management consulting are obviously in high demand at the moment.
So right now, how many freelancers do you have on board?
So we currently have over 10,000 quality assured independents across the region on the platform.
That's amazing. That's so good.
Yeah.
Okay. And what were you saying?
It comes as a bit of surprise often because people think in these regions independents and freelancers don't exist. But if you look at those two sectors on their own, management consulting and financial services, there are actually 1 million independent consultants and freelancers that exist across our markets. So just looking at Asia, Africa, in those two sectors, there's already 1 million individuals, high quality individuals working independently.
Do you also help them get the best pay? Like, can you negotiate that? Are you part of that? I mean, you want to get the best if you're a freelancer, right? Because you don't know if work's going to come again for another 3 months.
Yeah, absolutely right. So our focus is on creating a fair market, a level playing field. So our job is to be independent. So the first thing we need to make sure we do is, the clients that have a clear, clarity of what they're looking for and have the right budgets in place, and individuals understand what they could potentially charge for their skills. So we help both sides understand what the demand looks like from a client point of view. We help them understand what the cost of skills looks like. And for freelancers, we help them understand the value of their specific skills with their experience range. And then it's about helping both sides come to a number that's fair. So our job is to create that level playing field, that fairness, and making sure we're representing both sides equally. And ultimately, our clients and freelancers have the opportunity to obviously speak and engage with each other and agree a rate that's comfortable. And we support that through insights in the market on what's a fair value for that particular skill.
Okay, and finally, is there a client out there that you're dealing with today who says, I need someone in this sector, I'm looking for this position to be filled? Have you got anything for us in case anyone just happens to be listening right now?
So there's a huge number. We've got a number of live opportunities. If you come to our site and click on the live opportunities tab, there are a large number of opportunities in the region across UAE and the broader region. So I'd encourage people to come in. They can apply for those opportunities directly from the website, and then a member of the team will be in touch with them. So absolutely, there are projects available right now, good rates with really great organizations, and we'd love to hear from anyone that's listening.
Amazing. If you want to go and check that out, it is www.outsized, and that's sized with a SIZED.com. And that's Anurag Bhalla. Thank you so much, Anurag, for joining us. I really appreciate all the advice and tips. Thank you so much.